Good morning. It's 3:54 a.m. here in Missouri. We're getting ready to leave, fly up to Erie, PA, to visit Barnhart Transportation. They are a company that wanted us to come up and do a video shoot. This is something I absolutely love doing and wanted to be a part of. So we're getting ready to head up there. Joe's on his way as well, and we'll be flying up there shortly. So look forward to see you.
So many vineyards right here.
Yeah, super cool. All right, we're getting close. It's it's been a long day of travel. It's 1:17, so yeah, we got up 3:30 this morning. So we're almost to Barnhart Transportation. Really looking forward to this. Some of the highlights, we'll talk about this, but I mean, they're up to 300 trucks. They started this company early 2000s, and we're going to learn more about it. But man, they have spread out into different distribution centers all over the country. I guess mainly in the upper Northeast and Southeast. They have a logistics department. They have tank washes, which we're going to go see as well. So yeah, just super excited to see this. Over 300 drivers that they're interacting with. So yeah, I think we're just so excited that Sue-Ann invited us up to come and check out their facility and what they do. We're right on the lake up here, and we're getting close, but big wine country, all these vineyards up here. I've never been up here before, so just a beautiful area, beautiful drive up in this area. For a small Midwest guy like me, this is just a cool experience.
It needs that coldness and the sun to make them sweet, and enough rain to make them plump.
The one thing the guy told me about grapes, like, actually you don't want good soil for grapes. They typically want the crappiest soil because you want the grape to almost starve itself.
Dry. Makes it sweet.
Because it makes a sweeter berry.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because when you find them growing in a fence row, it's not in a good field. Yeah, it's in poor quality soil.
Yeah.
Is this a profitable business for the farmers, or is it more?
Yeah, it's very profitable for them. No, it's good for the farmers around here.
Okay.
Yeah, they do real well off grapes. I mean, you go up and down, there's wineries everywhere. Welch's is about 2 miles down the road.
The corporate?
Yep.
Maine? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
Well, not Maine. Maine's in Massachusetts, I believe.
What's the story behind 9/11?
It's for emergency use only. We only go out when we need to. Hopefully.
Yeah.
It gets used every day. That was kind of a joke between my brother and I. You know, you got to get going if that one goes out. I had to switch to international because like Peterbilt became so much money. $270,000 in last year for a new Pete compared to $178.
Almost $100,000.
$100,000 difference
for the same truck.
Mm-hmm. 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 And those were the HXs.
Why did they get so proud of it? Just the
supply and demand.
Talk about the beginning. Where did all this start?
My brother and I, Brian, we started the business back in 2003. Our father was closing down his construction business. We came from commercial construction. We both worked in commercial construction for quite a few years. And then he decided he had enough, wanted to close up the business. So he closed up the business. We ended up buying the semi off of his company because he was already doing construction in like 3 states.
Okay.
So he was hauling a lot of his products around during that time, drywall, metal studs, all that kind of stuff, construction equipment. So we bought the assets off of him, started trucking. Brian was driving. I did all the dispatching, sales, marketing, payroll, all that kind of stuff at the beginning. Of course, it was just one truck fleet. Then right away we ended up getting a second truck. Our dad came to work for us. He was our first employee, so we hired him. And then we just kept growing from there. We had one day we made a cold call to General Electric at the time, GE Transportation Systems, which is based right here in Erie. And we ended up getting in the door with them. They just got a hold of the right guy at the right time, called him up, and he needed an engine delivered to Chicago, a locomotive engine to Chicago. So Brian hopped in a truck. We had just bought like our first step deck trailer off of a guy that currently works for us and runs our tank wash facility. And he ran the engine to Chicago, picked up a dirty, brought it back to Grove City, and then found out that we weren't even set up with them to be a carrier. So we had to hurry up and go through the onboarding process with GE and that. And so we've gone from being a nobody in their business to being one of the largest carriers for them in North America. So been a wild ride.
Yeah.
And then we just kept diversifying from there, and then it eventually got us into where we started doing, the dry bulk. Really got big into the dry bulk in 2010 for the Marcellus. We were hauling frac sand, so we got involved in that. And then it just kept growing from there, and then we ended up getting into the non-hazardous liquid tanker.
So this is 2012, 389. Had a motor and tranny sitting up in my old shop, so I found this glider, rolling chassis. It was a glider, picked it up, and we built it here. I built probably 6 or 7 gliders back in the glider day, when they were easy to, not easy to get at, but more readily available than they are now. This one was actually built at my old shop. This is mine. That's got a 2000 2WS C15 cat in it. 18-speed tranny. Yeah, no emissions. That's what everybody, they don't let you down that way. It's a lot easier to get fixed. It's been good. It doesn't have, I think it's like right around 250,000 miles on the truck. It's got over 1.7 million on the motor total. So
what is this truck primarily used for now?
Now it just, myself or one other guy drives it. The tank wash gentleman, Mike, he'll run around and do local work with it here and there. I don't just put anybody in it. This one here is mine. I mean, that's kind of like one of my, this is one of my own ones, and I got another one out back that I've been working on building. That's a Kenworth, just older ones. This one's 2012, but everything in it's old. The motor, the running gear. The only thing that was new was the body. We've done everything to it. It's got a blower on it for hauling cement powder, and a headache rack for doing flatbed work. Yep. Yeah, that's a Gardner Denver blower. Put that on.
Hooking on the pneumatic and doing.
Yeah, that's really mostly what I end up doing with is pneumatic work, running cement powder and frac sand. Still do some frac sand with it.
Is all this on here for flatbed?
That's all for flatbed and wide load. Yeah.
Yeah.
I picked that up and then painted the same color as the truck.
You've done wide oversized with this truck?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Not real heavy. Obviously, it's only a 3-axle tractor, but up to 100,000 gross, 110. It's set up for RGN. We got the ramps on the back. It's pretty versatile. It does everything.
So does Tim have his own truck too?
No, he doesn't even have a CDL. He can't even spell CDL. And he'll tell you that. He doesn't want anything to do with driving.
We're definitely getting that on video.
Yeah. He doesn't even want to drive. No, he never got into it. Yeah, she's been a good truck.
Keep it nice and clean.
It's dirty, but it's clean. This is just the fun one. It's fun to make some money with it. You got a cable TV and a rec room, and then 2 showers for them to utilize while they're waiting. And I know most of the other tank washers don't have any facilities like this. It kind of came into play because of our drivers. We have drivers who get hung up here for the night, out of hours, so they'll come in, use the facilities, get a shower, can watch TV, work out if they want to, exercise room. But it's
to go a long way.
It does, and it's always open. If you have a badge, you can get in here. Or if the tank wash is open, you can get in here.
Come in and
Yep. Drivers coming in after hours. That's where their permits print off. Crossing paperwork for Canada. So, yeah, it definitely, drivers like it. If they're getting trucks worked on, they'll sit in here, do paperwork.
Have a place to go.
Yeah, even on weekends, guys get hung up here on the weekends. It's going to happen. It's trucking. You guys are going to come in and they'll have to wait till Monday to load or what have you, or shipper's closed. So they'll come in here and relax. And
it's crazy. It's like it's investments like these some people don't do that pay huge dividends. Just
your
own drivers, but outside drivers. It just
keeps guys happy.
Yeah, keeps guys happy. Good reputation.
In this industry, without the drivers, you don't have much.
What's the veterans? That's pretty cool.
So that's anybody that works for us that served. So we recognize them. Pretty much everybody that worked here, or has some of them that are retired, but we still leave them up there.
Pretty day.
A little overcast. It ain't bad.
Take this.
That's one of our customers, and he had a truck issue with the cement mixer. So we're helping him get his cement mixer back up and running. Obviously, he's an outside customer.
Yeah.
So he brought it over, and I think we're doing a head on that one and needed a new head or the head repaired and new injectors. So we do all outside work. We'll do our own work, obviously, every day. We limit the amount of outside work we take in because our fleet takes number one. So you get too much outside work, you can't keep up with your own stuff. So
Shop over there, you said that's quicker.
that's mainly the quick turns.
This is long term.
This is long term stuff with major repairs. Getting maybe a tune up or some internal engine work. That one's getting ahead. This guy had a big list of stuff he needed done on his. I'm not sure what all it was. And then this trailer went in for a complete go over because it was involved in an accident.
This trailer, if you buy brand new,
Right now, that's a Trem car 7,000 gallon single hole. Not too much ginger on it. I don't even know if that one has front axle lift on it. That might be a series before, but that one right about now is probably in the 85 to 90 grand on a Trem car.
I guess 100,000.
Some of the Polars are up over 100, 110, 115. But the Polars I've been buying have a little more, with the front axle lift, automatic lift, vapor recovery on them. This one does have the air system all the way to the front fender to keep a guy from climbing up.
When you guys decide to not use one of these trailers, or if it gets out of
Spec, out of code.
Out of code. I mean, what happens to it next? I mean,
It'll go to non-code work. It'll go into like
like on an asphalt job?
No, like renderings, like oils, fats, greases, something that doesn't require all the coding. Most of where we're going, 50, 75, 25 as far as whether you need the code or non-code. But we try to keep all the VIKs on the ones that are newer, all up to date, just in case you get into a facility that requires it. Yeah, like that one next year has to get the big one done every 5 years. So there's a visual, internal, kingpin, and then the big one. Pressure, that's big pressure. It's got to be pressure tested every 5 years, I think.
Every once in a while you see one with like just a big dent in the side of it.
Oh, that's tank wash most of the time.
Oh, okay. I always feel bad. I was like, golly, that stinks. It's kind of like a pickup with it.
People, we have a bunch. I mean, it's a shame because someone will lean a ladder against it to go up there or do something at a offload facility. You just go up to the side of that and touch it, you'll leave a dent. I mean, yeah, literally.
It's that thin?
It's only stainless. What is it? It's 032. It's a shell. Everything important's inside of it.
Oh, so there's another. Okay.
Yeah, that's just a shell. So then there's an outside shell, an insulation, and then the internal shell.
Okay.
The internal tank. Yeah, they'll walk off the catwalk and come up here, and they tromp it down, so it's big flat spots up there. Yeah, I mean, and to replace each panel, those are all individual panels. Everywhere you see a seam, and I think it's like $1,500 to $2,000 per panel, and they destroy them.
That's what I say. You'll see like a clean trailer and a rig, and then it's got a big dent in the side. It's just like
so easy.
Yeah,
it's so easy, and it's amazing how quick they get dented. You might have a trailer 6 months, and it'll already have dents in the top of it.
Ding.
You're talking 110, like those Polars, $120,000, $150,000 trailers, and the driver has no control over it.
How many trailers do y'all have in the fleet?
What do we have, about 40 of those now?
45 liquid.
45 liquid. They're all similar. They're all 7,000 gallon stainlesses.
Chemical and the food grade.
Where we are here, weight limits, is it 80,000?
80,000. Yep. 80,000 in combination.
You can't. I thought is that more New York where you can run?
New York can run an R permit, run more. You can actually just haul more on the less axles in New York State with an R permit, and then
Michigan.
But all
Michigan
of
is 80,000.
Okay, so it's just like Missouri.
Unless it's not divisible and it's an oversized load.
Yeah.
Then you can buy a permit and do what you need to do with it. Canada, you can haul heavy too.
Okay.
They're similar to Michigan. That records how long what temperature it was at. So like right now it's running at 130, 185 degrees. It just jumped. And it's not rotating right. Well, yeah, it is. And it's recording what the temperature was and for how long. This system's not too important on the chemical side. It's the food grade side where it's important.
Oh, for documentation?
Yeah, for kosher and stuff, JPA. They'll even put what trailer it was, everything. Type 3 kosher, and see how long it's up at that 200 mark. It stays up there for so many minutes. And you can see most of the time this one's set at 165, and it has a conductivity meter and everything to tell you how hot it is. And these are opening your valves for what you're doing. So you got to train a guy what does what.
What smell I'm smelling now?
It's just food grade. It's just everything,
Just different food.
just food mix. It never smells nice in here.
Not bad. It's just different. You can
Well,
smell
it
what
like Sunday, come in on Monday morning,
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
sat all weekend. So a lot of grape juice, dairy, you name it, anything food grade. I mean, it's a lot of creams, juices, sugar, a lot of grape juice washouts, orange juice concentrate, stuff like that. Any kind of juice product. Might get apple juice. You name it. That thing ain't going to haul another load till it's washed.
Are these trailers, do they have baffles in them? Or
No, they're single holes.
So that's just wide open? In
Yeah, all ours are single bore.
Don't you have to be careful for
Oh yeah,
shifting?
slosh. Yeah. Oh yeah, they'll take you for a ride. Yeah, I mean these are all single hole.
Why don't you have the...
Most of your baffled trailers are for compartments, being able to clean easy. You can't clean front to back if you
Yeah,
have.
well, that's what I'm saying.
You'd have to have individual manholes, which most of those are all set up for compartments. Usually, most of your food grade, non-food grade, basically anything besides your gases and your diesels and stuff like that are single hole. You might get a couple, 2 compartments for different products, like I'm going to haul 10W30 and 2050, stuff like that. You can get some of your oil companies that want multi-compartments. But for the most part, everything food grade single hole, and that's for cleanliness. You know, the more valves and ports and everything.
Does somebody ever have to get inside that tank?
Oh yeah, they get them once in a while with fresh air masks and stuff.
This is just got done?
No, that's fresh water.
This is fresh water coming.
Yes, coming in from the ground.
So it'll fill itself back.
So it comes in, goes through the ultraviolet.
Constantly filling up.
Yeah, as you use it. Yep. And that goes through the ultraviolet, the water softener, the whole 9 yards, and back out.
This is constantly filling up.
Yeah,
Is it
constantly.
like a float, or how's
Yeah,
it
it's float right there.
Yeah, okay.
Can't see it, but it's a
Yeah.
float. My dad and then designed it all. So that boiler come out of New York State. I bought a tank washout. He only had 1 bay and he wasn't busy. So we bought the whole wash and I hauled it here and stored it for a year and then put it together when we were ready. I went to a scrap yard and bought all the tanks from a stainless supplier, the heat exchanger, the pumps, everything. I didn't buy any of it new. Till one went bad, then we buy a new one. Sataris is all our fleet maintenance, and then we use Motive and also Keep Trucking for our e-logs, and then we also have Netrodyne camera systems for all, no driver facing yet, all forward facing and left to right views. They mount right to the windshield. So we use 100% Netrodyne.
Do you have one of those?
Netrodyne units?
Well, yeah, just where the cameras are.
Yeah. Yeah, right there.
Yep.
That's a Netrodyne unit. So it's got 2 end cameras, 1 on each side, and it'll usually pick up the mirrors.
Oh, that's smart. Okay.
Yeah,
So I was wondering, how do you get this?
It'll hit the mirrors. Yep. We've had a lot of good quality video from it coming back with it hitting mirrors. Hitting the mirror and you can see the vehicle that caused the accident, or
So you just need 1 unit.
yeah, that's
So
a
you're getting the
single
forward,
unit.
and
Yeah.
you're hitting the mirrors.
Correct. Yep. It's 1 single unit. It's
Does
a good.
the guy ever have to touch that?
You can touch it, like you can hit the red button if you want to start the recording. Like if something happens and you want it recorded, what's going on
But
in
it's
front of
already
you.
recording it, right?
Yes, but if you hit it, it automatically sends it to safety.
Oh, okay.
Whereas
it's like, oh, I got.
where if you're just going down the road normal and it doesn't trigger like a speeding, or it doesn't trigger like a sudden stop or an abrupt swerve, it's got an inertia effect to it, it'll automatically send that to safety. But if the driver hits it, it will go to safety.
You're talking about your spread of company drivers, owner operators.
Correct.
Because I always see that, like, you got a lot of owner operators. How do you implement the safety or the standards?
It's not easy.
Yeah, that's what I was
It's
gonna say.
not
It's got to be
easy.
the hardest thing.
I think now that trucking's come to where it's come to, it's been a lot easier. Guys are getting a lot more used to it. The e-log side of things, that was a big debacle. I'm not going to that.
Yeah.
Well, eventually you had to. They came around to it. Yeah, nobody likes it, but that's technology now.
Yeah.
On the camera side, I think the big pushback on cameras is they don't want them facing the driver.
Mm-hmm.
They consider that an invasion of privacy, and I get it. I mean, I understand. For the most part, safety here isn't staring at these cameras. Nobody's, they're not monitoring per se every action the driver does. It's when something is triggered, speeding or hard braking incident, swerving, it picks up the inertia change. And then that's when safety might, we'll look into it and say, hey, what's going on? What happened here? I mean, they do their job. I mean, you're either guilty or you're innocent when it comes to a camera. No, there's no fine line. We've got a lot of issues with Cummins lately and different parts of the motors. I mean, it's all over dust intake. So we've had a lot of those get washed out this year. It's been a tough year on the engine side of things. Real tough. Yep.
You look at the fleet here, I'm seeing different makes and models
Oh, yeah.
and colors and all that. Is there...
For the most part, we're trying to get them to all black. I mean, obviously, owner-operators, they're going to buy what color they want to buy. But company trucks, the majority of our company trucks are all black.
Is there a reason for that? Just company...
It looks good.
Yeah.
As long as they're clean. It's harder to keep them clean, but they look good.
Yeah.
Everything's... Since we started putting the emblem on black, I just like black.
I would agree with that.
It looks good. I mean, white's probably my second choice, but every fleet has white. 90% of your fleets are white trucks.
Yeah.
So
So most drivers too prefer black.
they're hotter in the summertime.
Yeah, that's true. I
But-
assume most all these new ones are all automatics.
No, we still run a split. That one, I don't even know. That's an automatic. I ordered a bunch of the HX Internationals, and I ordered them probably 50-50. 50% automatic, 50%
Why
standard.
that?
Just so drivers that still want to shift can shift. I still try to cater to some of the drivers that they like. All the Peterbilts, those are all standard still. A lot of our bulk is, I'd say 50% of it's automatic now. Guys are adapting to it.
Driver recruiting. Assume that you have full-time recruiters.
One full-time recruiter, yep.
Finding drivers today.
It's still tough. It's a tough market. I mean, we're getting more, but the hard part is a lot of them, sometimes they don't qualify.
Are a lot of these guys coming? Are they hauling for somebody else and they want to come here, or it's somebody brand new? They're just getting started.
And most of them are
Like,
hauling for somebody
you guys find
else.
people straight out of CDL.
Oh yeah, we've had some, but we can't take them yet.
Because
2 years, 2 years clean driving record, 2 years experience. That's what makes the industry hard. You can't get someone right out of high school at 18 and they can't cross state lines. They can't do this. They can't do that. So by the time they get into it, it's too late. They already started another career somewhere else.
I've said that for years. Seems like most people you find it, they were in another trade.
Mm-hmm.
That trade, something happened, and then they.
I'm gonna drive truck.
I'm on a driver truck.
But then they can't get a truck driving job because they don't have 2 years experience. That's the thing. You get your CDL and you have to lease on to, or, company drive for a big company. It's self-insured, or you're not going to get in. You can't get into a smaller outfit like us. It's harder.
With the market where it is today, are you all still needing drivers?
Yeah. I mean, we're still recruiting for, owner ops and company drivers for flatbed, step deck, and our liquid division. Yeah. We have room to grow. It's not as easy right now, but we have room to grow. There's always empty seats.
Yeah.
Oh.
Especially for good quality drivers. You're not going to turn away.
Yeah, exactly. You'd rather get the quality ones. They're hard to find.
How can you tell this is a glider truck?
Walk around the other side, there's no def tank.
That's the only way?
That's the easiest way. Yeah, and I mean, 08, 09s.
Because I remember back in the day, you could see like the Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
They put that like.
Yeah, there's no clean idle sticker on it. Nowhere on a truck does it say certified clean idle.
So that's how somebody can come up and know that.
Yeah, if they don't know trucks, or they look at the def tank. There's no def tank. There's no DPF filter on this side. It actually has a toolbox instead of a big DPF filter and a small step.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's dead giveaway. Yeah, like see the def tank?
Oh,
You got a fuel tank and a def tank.
yeah.
Yep, that truck there is the same age as this one. That's a 2012.
That maroon one?
Yep, that's just a round town truck. That runs around here every day. It's probably got 400,000 miles on it. You get some that buy the emissions vehicles, but for the most part, they're drivers that want the old ones.
Guess I don't blame them either.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all our pneumatics back there. Flatbed, step decks down the side, and everything up in the front area kind of goes in and out every day. This is the common stuff. But because of how many trailers there are here, we have to get a lot out back. I mean, it's like we're at 2 to 3 trailers per truck right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Team, and if you have a good team, other people want to be there.
Yeah.
And we've definitely been able to bring people in that way as well.
And some of our guys have been in the truck that moved from the truck to the office. Andy was an owner op. Aaron was an owner op and a company driver for us for years. I met Aaron out on a gas well delivering sand, and he just thought I was crazy, so he came to work for me. Him and 5 other people. So
Yeah.
I mean, it worked out well, and that's how we, a lot of times they just recruited because I was out there.
Yeah.
So they're like, hey, I'll go work for this guy.
Well, I like what you said, like you've been able to like really grow these men and women from within, up through the ranks. But also though they've seen the opportunity, like there's like this natural gravitational pull to be part of something big.
Yeah, I still have my Class A CDL.
Why don't you use it?
I very well could. Maybe I haven't had a DOT physical in a while, but
Yeah.
I need to pass that first.
Hey guys, we are getting so much interest for our Bulk Freight Conference 2025. We started this 2 years ago. We've had 2 phenomenal conferences. It keeps getting bigger. Our first conference, we had over 200. This last one, over 500. We have a lot of people that want to show up. We want to make sure that you can get your ticket reserved. It's going to be the 3rd week of April. We hope that you can make it, but go ahead right now, go to bulkfreightconference.com and put your email address in there, and we will notify you when tickets go on sale. That way you will be the first one to be notified before they sell out. It's going to be an amazing show. We have a new venue that's going to be even bigger. We're talking actually having show trucks inside the venue, breakout sessions, and man, just a world of events to get you connected. I was just talking yesterday, had dinner with a lady that was at the conference last year and just talked about the connections that she made and the business that she's doing now by meeting those clients face to face. So we want you to be there. Man, go to bulkfreightconference.com, enter your email address, get signed up. It's going to be phenomenal. We'll see you there. God bless.